Hello everybody, MD Polo here. Thank you for joining me. On the table today we have the Walther PDP. This is the 4.5 inch version, meaning 4.5 inch barrel, with a full-size grip. It comes with two metal mags that with 18 round capacity, giving you 18 plus 1. Very nice, very comfortable. This is not the first review you're going to see on PDPs, of course, and for sure not a new gun to the market, but it's newish to me here in the channel. I've previously taken a look at a PDP, but it was the 5-inch model. Get this out of the way. It was the 5-inch model and did not have an optic on it. Mounted on top, and for our YouTube manual reviewer, and this gun is made for this. It's made to have a red dot. It's cut by the factory for a red dot. So this has not been modified in any way as far as that is concerned. It's a new optic for me is the Steiner, and the model is the MPS. And I've never played before with a closed emitter red dot. So far, I mean, to me it looks like a school bus sitting on top, but I am slowly getting used to it, and we'll see. We'll see how it goes. One of the things, and this is not a review of the optic, but as you can see here, the glass is not flush with the rest of the frame. The glass is angled in, and Steiner is famous for their quality of optics, their quality of their lenses, and this one so far has not disappointed. So let's start at the top. It's got suppressor height sights. They're blacked out, serrated in the front, serrated in the back. The one thing I'm not liking about this setup, they're a little too tall. I would much rather have like a lower 1/3 co-witness. It takes up too much of the window up here of the MPS, but that's something that I can work on. Aside from that, it's a regular PDP. Nothing has been done to it. It's got the regular PDP performance duty trigger. And Walther does sell drop-in kits that give you a more enhanced trigger experience. And from what I'm told is not very difficult to install, but I haven't ventured into that yet. One of the things I like a lot about the PDP is how light it is. It truly is, compared to other pistols of this size, it really is on the light side. With a mag in it, empty of course, it comes in at 25.4 ounces. So very nice. It's got the performance, duty, traction, serrations, or whatever they call them. Everything is PDP on this thing, performance, duty, something. But they did a fantastic job on those serrations, front and back, especially when you got an optic the size of this thing in the back. It makes it almost impossible to use the rear serrations. So the front, which I normally don't use, have been very handy on this. It's got a 4-slot pick rail, so you can put anything you want. A very ample trigger guard. I know I'm bouncing all over the place. It's got texture in the front of the trigger guard, nothing underneath. But it's got a very, very nice undercut here, allowing you to get pretty high up on your master grip with a big, wide beaver tail here. As you can see on the grip, normally finger grooves come in the front of the strap of the grip. Here we got some nice checkering in the front. We got the same texture as on the side and the back. And what I like is the texture. Not only is very comfortable, but it goes all the way to the top of the grip. I like that very much. And unlike other grips, and I'm trying to find the best light angle here, it actually, instead of having finger grooves here, it's got palm grooves on the side here. Maybe you can see it better there. No, I'm not pointing the gun in my face. You can see here the undulations, and normally I would think that I wouldn't like this, but actually I like it quite a bit. You can see a little bit more of the shades give you an idea. And I know I haven't done it yet, but for all those safety Nazis, yes, I had to double check this before. And of course it's empty. And while we're here taking a look at that 4.5 inch barrel, if the light is helping me, you can see that it's got a very nicely and very highly polished chamber. Very nice. Large controls. I have medium-sized hands and I can reach it perfectly, the controls, without having to change my grip. It works very nice. The mag release, it just spits them right out, no problems. And the mag release, it's got texture, it's round, it's got a nice guard here, so you're not going to hit it by accident. And like I said, no problems getting to it. Now for sure the star of the show with a PDP, at least for me, is this trigger. Right out of the box is just awesome. Is it better than the PPQ? Well, I think that's going to depend on which PPQ you had, how many rounds you have through it. But it is just absolutely awesome. Let me see if you can hear this. It sounds like it's got some grit to it, but you don't feel it. As you're pulling, it is absolutely smooth. So from here, you got the little safety dingus here. It disappears flush into the trigger. It's very comfortable. You get it to the wall. A little bit of travel. Wall, a little bit of travel. And then an unbelievably crisp break. And then for the reset, right there, you're back right away at the wall, and it breaks. Just a fantastic trigger. You cannot beat those Walther triggers. So I wanted to show you this. What are your thoughts? I know a lot of people like the PDP. What do you think about the PDP? And what are your thoughts on the close emitter red dots? You got the Aimpoint Acro out there. You got Holosun's coming out with one. You got the Steiner MPS. What are your thoughts between this and a regular red dot, or a traditional red dot? Because the footprint is pretty much the same. The size of the front third, let's call it, of the housing is the same. The difference is that the back end is enclosed instead of being open, pretty much like this, like a regular red dot, if that's making sense. So I'm very curious to hear from your comments. What are you thinking about this style of red dots? Now the PDP, let me put this aside for a second. It comes in a regular, and like always in the PDP box. What's nice about it is they put the texture, the same type of pattern, not texture, as you see on the serrations on the box, and then here it matches this. So it's just a touch. Touches like that matter, at least to me. Inside of the box, you get the foam cutout, and what's nice about it is they thought about the red dot. So it's, you know, again, details. You got two back straps. It comes with a medium installed. You get a small and a large. The extra 18 round mag. You got your mag charger. You got your plate to cover the optic if you choose not to install an optic. And this is the guide rod. You got a stainless steel captured guide rod. Come on, camera. There you go, with a flat spring. And in the gun right now, it's got the guide rod from ZR Tactical Solutions out of Noblesville, Indiana. And it is a stainless steel guide rod with an 11-pound uncaptured spring. Okay, let me listen to that. It's got an 11-pound stainless steel guide rod, flat uncaptured spring, 11 pounds. With this, it's not something that I would probably use for defensive rounds, but for regular range fun, it makes this unbelievably smooth to shoot and very accurate. If you go check my Instagram, you can see some pictures of my range trip over there. And it was almost unfair how good it was. Between the trigger and the 11-pound spring from ZR Tactical, plus the Steiner optic, this thing is just whole and whole and whole. This is all I got for you today. I wanted you to just take a quick look at this Walther PDP 4.5-inch Steiner MPS close emitter red dot with a ZR Tactical Solutions stainless steel guide rod and 11-pound spring. I'd love to hear your comments. Let me know what you think about the setup or the PDP as a whole, because it comes in several different sizes. You can have it with a compact grip or with a longer 5-inch slide. You can have it with a 4.5-inch slide and the short grip. You can have the long grip with a big slide, the 5-inch slide. I mean, there's so many ways you can combine this thing, and they all are interchangeable with each other. So good on Walther for that. Love to hear your thoughts on this, your thoughts on the Steiner or close emitter red dots as a whole. And that's what I got for you today. As always, please remember that I upload videos every Friday morning, and when I can on Wednesday mornings as well. I am very active on Instagram, and there you can see what's coming down the pipeline for the channel way before it hits YouTube. So if you care for, I'd like to get a follow from you there as well. This year I would like to reach the goal for the channel is to reach 15,000 subscribers. We're getting there, but YouTube tells me that about 90% of my viewers are not subscribed to the channel yet. If you'd like to help the channel grow, one of the best ways you can do so is by making sure that you subscribe to the channel and that you click the notification bell and set the settings to all notifications. Once again, thank you very much for watching, and until the next time, God bless.